Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing on our journey up the rating ladder, trying to hit 2000. Let's continue with some Queen's Gambit, of which I've been recently learning the repertoire from John Bartholomew's Chessable link. It's free in the link of his videos. He's not sponsoring me, I'm just, that's what I'm up to. Alright, I think this is good. So I did try and record a video earlier today. You'll see my rank's gone up. I lost the first game because they played this against my d4 and I took, and then they played this and then I took. It was something like that, or they took at the end they took with the bishop. Yeah, oh no, they played this against my e4. Sorry, I took here, took, and then they took with the bishop. And against these gambits, I think you can take the first pawn, but taking the second pawn here and releasing the bishop is brutal, and I lost. But the other two games I did win. So yeah, we've climbed a little bit off camera. Just catching you up, guys. So let's get this bishop out. Where do I want to put it? I think just here. And then I can close off the center. This pawn. Yeah, and then I won the other two games, but I don't really remember my wins. It's always the losses that stay with you, isn't it? Okay. So normally knights before bishops, eh? Yeah, so I recorded before, but my mic was the settings on my computer had messed up and it was too quiet. I tried adjusting the audio, but it like added loads of gain and it was like, you know, like real exaggerated quality sort of thing. So he's take there, but do I fianchetto here? I quite like that, although is my bishop just gonna get trapped? I think it is. So actually no, let's get this bishop out somewhere. Yeah, seems a bit safe. Okay, this seems solid. I want to look to do something interesting though. Okay, so maybe we just push on the queen side. And I nearly lost another game before, but I just about scraped it back. The guy just kept like repeating moves, and it was like the most boring position ever. So I just started sacking pieces. I was down like 6 points of material at one point, but I managed to get it back. To what to do? Do we fully go mental? Let's do it. Yeah, I noticed my recent video on the book reviews done pretty well. Got like 15 views in the first few hours, which is mental for me, guys. Crazy views. So I could try trade off this bishop. My bishop's sort of been blunted by his pawns, whereas his bishop looks pretty strong. But why don't we just castle first? I'm happy with my space advantage. But how do I, like, capitalize on my advantage here? I actually think this is good. Now I don't have to worry about him taking this and doubling up my pawns in the future. So yeah, let's do this. Jump my knight in. Oh, interesting. So if takes, 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 takes. He's winning there, isn't he? I think we've got to take once. I mean, this is still better for me, because look, like I don't have to take and lose a piece, do I? I can now retreat my bishop, and look what his bishop's just been oh, misclick. I think that's fine anyway. His bishop's just been blocked in by his own piece now. Maybe rook here. Looking to add pressure to this pawn here. Okay, so is he threatening this? I just go back. I'm not worried. What about this? Here. Here. I'm trying to attack, guys, but this works. But it leaves me with an isolated pawn in the center, so maybe not. I think I like this plan the most, going after this pawn. Okay, let's throw that move in. Just casually, you know. So, yeah, I don't really know who's winning here. It looks... I know he's fully blocking this bishop in, but I guess he's going to try and make something happen over here. So I could slot my bishop in here, put a bit of pressure. I guess he did that in response to my rook move. He was thinking ahead. Yeah. This big trade might be okay, but then he gets an open file for his rook. And my rook's looking a bit silly here now. That was a good move in response to my rook move. Do we do a luft? I think we do, actually. Might be useful in the future, and it actually gives this bishop some nice room to just retreat. Could do this little maneuver, looking to crack in with my queen. Okay, so now is he threatening this? Not really. Guess he's just preventing me pushing this pawn to e4. So what about this? He's got this adequately covered. Maybe that looks okay. If we're going with the knight, takes. You can take and give me double pawns. Yeah, I'm not sure it's that good. Could threaten this. So if I took that, he takes me. But then I get this. So I'm sacrificing a piece for 2 pawns. You know what? I might just bring my bishop back. And just push my queen up here. Create a nice battery towards his king. Apply some long-term positional pressure. But he's ahead on the clock, guys, so we want to start opening up the position or just playing quicker. Okay, so he can jump in. Actually, yeah, he can definitely jump in. If I do this, he forks my queen and... Yeah, that's annoying. So what about here? Yeah, I don't see why not. Preparing this, really. As well as maybe this in the future. Let's pre-move this, we're a bit behind on the clock. Well, I don't think he's going to take, is he really? I think he likes his knight here. But now I can also play this. Ooh, okay. So, do I take this? Which pawn do I take? I mean, I didn't really plan on getting these forked, but I was already planning on sacking a piece for 2 pawns, so it don't really make much difference to me. I would have liked to have done it on my own terms, though, and I shouldn't have overlooked that. But yeah, this knight put on a little bit of pressure to our position. So what about this? I mean, it doesn't look great. But, so a piece for a pawn, which isn't the best trade. It's annoying that I've got a block. I wanted to play this. What if I do play this? Here, here. Or if I play this, he could go here. Here. But then he gets that. So now I've got to move this. But look at his king, guys. We've definitely got some play here. Okay. Do I reroute my knight? I think I do. Let's do it. Gotta be quick now. Remove this. Looking at playing this. Oh. That would be a brave pawn. Yeah, so this knight, I guess, has to retreat. Or maybe just takes the trade since he's up a piece. If I can get one more of these pawns, I think I'll have compensation for that bishop. Okay. Slightly weak on my king's side. My dark squares are looking pretty weak now. Okay. So he's double protecting this pawn, which is annoying. I need to somehow break out. This knight is a nuisance as well. He's definitely winning. So here, 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 here. I don't know what that does. I'm not worried. Let's do this. Also, I'm going to be hitting this with my queen, which I like. Got to open up this position here. And then I'll be able to get his king. So you can, I guess he takes with the knight. Otherwise it's just hanging. He's got this coming up with check. Which I do need to worry about actually, because my king's not really got any squares. So if takes, he goes there, and I go here and block. Isn't that just a free piece? Although I guess he wins that, doesn't he? Ah. What about this? Oh god. I don't think this is good. I think he's worked it out, but actually I can tuck away back here though, can't I? There's this. That protects my knight. And now I've just equalised, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm lower on the clock, but we've got an equal position. Maybe my king's a little bit safer, but if the queen's come off the board now, I might be a bit upset. I hope he retreats, you know. My queen's looking pretty deadly with his open king. I think he's going to take it. He knows he's ahead on the clock and he wants to slow the game down, I think. Neraz Biramik. It's a scary name, isn't it? Oh, of course. You can grab that. Alright, well, I'll do this then. If this, I just took away. And also this, threatening this. Tactics everywhere, guys. This is the sort of game I love. And his initial instinct will be just to recapture. He's not gonna. He might not see this. Okay. Oh yeah, you'd like to tread now, wouldn't you? Right. This looks annoying for him. Threatening to just come in. You know, something like that. Also got this. I'm liking the fact that his rooks are connected. So I'm trying to catch up on time because I've been talking a lot. But I'm feeling pretty good about my king. This also hits the queen. Might be a good move to throw in. But I actually like this more. Backed up by that. Yeah. Maybe queen back here, so I've got this tactic. I think he must have seen it. Okay, let's do that then. Not thinking too much. Just trying to get back ahead on the clock. I think he was on like 5 minutes and I was on 1 minute, so I'm really focusing on my time here. Okay, so this queen is under attack. Let's do this. So this queen is unprotected. Could do something like... No, I couldn't. Need to move quick. Something like this would be good as well, just to open up this bishop. Looks really scary for him. Okay. Might bring his queen in now. Okay, I guess I've got to do this. No, I've got checks. Yeah. Can he check me? I don't know. I haven't really looked enough. Ah. Oh, I thought he couldn't do that. I thought his queen was here. Okay, you can come in here, check me. Yeah, all that. Ah, we were winning there as well. At the end, I think this position was just good. Ah, we were so winning. Yeah, I just got way too low on the clock there, guys. Talking way too much. Alright, let's get into a Sicilian. I'm still learning the Queen's Gambit, though, to be fair. I think that was a Queen's Gambit, wasn't it? Pretty sure. Alright, I like this, covering this, so I can get this out. And this pawn can't push into me. And then I can get this moving. This is my Sicilian. I don't know if it's correct, but it's what I do. And this is okay, because you attack the knight, but you also give him a really nice open file. So maybe we prepare it with this. And I think if I take that bishop... Okay. He can throw in a check. If I go here... Or I just take, you know. Get a nice central pawn. If I go here, then he goes here. I take. I think I prefer this. Have a big center. Yeah, so I'm tempted to just do that, but where's this bishop going? Probably just... You know what? That might be good as well. Just stopping this bishop developing and annoying me. Oh, I want to castle opposite sides, guys. Yeah, let's go for it. Here, here, bam. Okay, we're not going to run out of time this game. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've got a plan. Okay, so he blocks off my bishop. It's quite an aggressive move, isn't it? Yeah, let's do this, because then we can threaten things like this. You know, his knight's getting in the way. Oiling my plan. I think we just start sending this pawn, don't we? We just have a bit of a lack of pawns to actually send at him. Okay, so he'd like to get his queen in, I guess. You know what, if he takes me, I'm happy, because I get an open file for my rook. Although, no, he can take the pawn, okay. If I protect the pawn... Yeah. And now he knows, if he takes this, my rook's going to look very scary. What was that? Oh, check, yeah. I didn't realise that came with check. I looked away from my computer for a second. And I just heard the check noise and I got a little bit scared, to be honest. Okay, so he wins this pawn. But actually, yeah, take it. You take it. Ah, that's not as nice. Yeah, I think we reroute here. Sorry, I'm just putting it on there so I don't, misclick. I definitely don't want to trade queens. I think I'm going to have a nice attack along these open files, assuming he takes this pawn. But I feel like I'm feeling stupidly good about this position when I shouldn't be. Alright, let's do this. And if I played this... I was thinking about could I trap his queen, but not anymore. What about this? Go away! Okay. Look at that. Okay. I don't know if you. I did just try and pause my recording there. Just got interrupted. I might need to cut that part of the video out because there might have been some profanity. Oh, this looks nice. Hitting the queen, defending the pawn. Very nice indeed. Developing my knight. Maybe look to jump in somewhere. I'm going to send this pawn down the board. Let's see why not. Maybe I do this. Open up these diagonals. I think that looks good as well. Yeah, let's do it. I really like my position, guys. I just feel like I'm going to have a big attack. Even though my king's the one exposed. Okay. Maybe just took my king away or something, but I'm just not scared. I don't know why. I guess he takes with that. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit more scared now. This. It takes. That's not good. What do I do? Okay, I'm less happy now. Yeah. Somehow dislodge his queen or try and attack his queen. Pre-move that. His rook's not getting in because this defends. I wouldn't mind just snivelling my little king away into the corner. I think everything's held together fine on this side. That's a good move because it stops me retreating. Do I even go up, you know? What does he do? I actually do this. Maybe play that and just tuck away this way. Probably a massive blunder, but... Okay, so I think he's going to try double up. So he could sacrifice his queen for 2 rooks. I do this. I think we've got to do this, otherwise he's going to double up and put too much pressure down this file. So let's give him the option to exchange his queen for 2 rooks. So I think this trade could be good for him if he can coordinate his rooks and if my queen can't get in. But if I can start nibbling away at his structures, then I think my queen's going to be better. Thinking about it. Okay. What? Isn't this just bad if I take? Take? Surely this is bad. Wait, what's he doing? What is he doing? I guess maybe he checks me. I feel like there's some good tactics here, guys. What if this? I feel like he's just going to try to trade off the queen. No, he can't. He can't even do this because this is blocking. I feel like this is really good for me, guys. What am I missing? Because also, if this takes, I've got this, I'm just realising. And what does he do? He's just lost. Wow. Okay. So now I'm just coming in. So if he takes this, then I've still got this. So maybe I push this pawn. It seems a bit slow, but if I get this, then it's falling apart for him. I could start gobbling pawns, but... No, it does put my rook in a safer position as well. He's still not got any checks against my king. I'm really happy about that. But if he takes, I get this. So let's just push this pawn. Wow. Okay. So he realizes he's getting an absolute pickle here. Okay, so I can defend with this. This I just take. I'm up material. And if he can take my rook, but has he got any more checks? No. So I can take this. He takes, I just take with the queen. But he takes me, I take, then I lose a rook. So if takes, then I need to play this. Why don't I just play this to start with? Yeah. Seems simple enough. I'm liking my decision to put my king here. It's been a bit impervious to checks recently. Okay. So I guess he's got this now. I just take, and it's fine. I guess he's saying I can do this. I do this, he comes in with check. So maybe I just do this instead. And I think everything's held together absolutely fine here. Yeah, I didn't want to go down that road of checks, so now I've got this and it's surely over. And that's mate. Yeah, so a bit tense there at the end, but I think I played a pretty solid game. Let's get into the next one, guys. Hope you're enjoying the content, and please let me know in the comments if you've got any like feedback whatsoever. I'd like really appreciate it, because obviously I'm new to this YouTube thing, so I'd love to improve what I'm doing. So I'm just thinking this might be a bit of an issue. I don't know why I did that. That was like a reflex action. Just wanted to get my bishop out, I think. Let's try this check. Okay, this looks pretty closed. So maybe we pivot round here. Here, he's got this check here. I just defend it like that. I think I prefer coming back here though. Although that does limit my my knight. So let's play this. Try and get my knight out. Take out the head of his pawn chain. Why don't I just castle queenside here? This looks a bit awkward to develop on my king's side. Maybe I just go fire these pawns down the board, create some space, start attacking. And this side of the board is so locked off that he's going to really struggle to attack. He's going to have to do something like this, and it's going to be pretty slow. Whereas I'm going to charge. I think I might be quicker. Okay, so my only worry was this. So now he's thinking about coming this side, I guess. So if I close off the centre even more, that would make this attack look even scarier. I think. Although this is pretty good. Takes. Wait a second. Here. Takes. I take with the bishop, so this is fine. Maybe I should just move my bishop first. It's a bit annoying getting my queen up here. I want to get my queen over here, but... Now that plan is foiled. And he's going after this pawn, which is annoying. So I guess I just push this. I think my position's pretty good here, guys. I'm feeling aggressive. I don't know if that's just because of my hormones or my mental state, you know, or if that's because of the board state. Because the board doesn't look that aggressive objectively, but in my head it's like, right, let's go. Just putting a bit of pressure here. So here. I'm not really worried. He's got that covering now. So let's just castle. Wow. So if I take, he does come in with check, which is annoying, I guess. I go here. I don't think it's worth it. Like, so what? What do you do now? Oh, my queen's annoying. If I'd played my queen out more, this wouldn't have been an issue. Could have just put my king and brought the rook. I want to take that pawn now. Maybe this is a problem, guys. It didn't look scary, but that is a good move. That sort of hits everything. Maybe I've just lost. I don't... The thing is, this would be completely defendable. It's one piece against my entire army. But because I've got no space here, he's playing where I've got no space and no... Like, I just can't develop. Like, I could have maybe done this and defended the piece, or... What do I even do? What? I don't know what to do. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. The only way to hold this position is to defend this knight, or to defend the rook, which defends the knight. I can't defend the rook, so I think I just resign. Yeah, sometimes not castling, it just... I'll give him a rematch. But this time I'm not going to be as silly. I was being a bit aggressive, like, even when I was speaking, I was... What is this? Some sort of gambit. Pretty interesting player, though, I think. Oh, no. Last time I accepted the second pawn, I got myself in a lot of trouble. So... I can't resist it, guys. And when you do this, it makes your development awkward. Maybe I think, you know, that seems like a good plan. Because this bishop, I didn't know where to put it. So there's a little bit tense. He's giving away a pawn, so he's got better development than me. I'm just making sure he doesn't get some big attack. I think I'm fine though. I'm looking at taking this as soon if he moves his queen. I'd love to take that. And this is a sort of similar idea. Hitting that, threatening this. Yeah, I actually like my position here, guys. You can throw in a check. I've got that. I did say this last time. I thought I was okay when he was attacking, and then that just one move, I just couldn't defend against it. So you gotta be careful. Gotta get castled. Castle often, castle early. As the wise men of chess say. Oh, very spicy. It's a good move because I was threatening that. But actually, wait, is he even seen this? That's the good thing about a dual threat. They deal with one and you take the other threat. Guess he develops his knight like there. Yeah, I mean, I saw this, but... Actually, do I do this? Actually, do I do this? Guy seems like he's tilted, even though he won last game. Oh my god, no. I saw it as I released the queen. Oh. Wait. Oh. That was just to release the queen. This guy. I've just been absolutely schooled. Yeah, I got I got to like here and clicked, and then I was like, oh no. Oh no, no, no. I just saw that. And my first instinct was to just block, but actually that was still mate. But if I'd blocked with this, then the rook would have guarded. Well, I think I've just been schooled, guys. Thanks for joining me. I've maybe lost a few points in that video. That was a cheeky little trap. Well, not really trap. I just didn't show this guy any respect whatsoever. Yeah, I should have defended way better. I was getting too aggressive and like not castling my king and things, and I accepted his gambit, and he just got way too much development. That's something I need to work on, guys. I cannot resist taking a free pawn, even though I know it's bad, like objectively bad by the engine. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video where we try to play some more principled chess on the road to 2000. See you there.